Hi there. Today we have Abhijit with us and he is applying for a job at a bank. So my question to you, Abhijit, is tell us about a stressful situation from your past which you successfully handled.
I had to undergo a lot of stress when I failed in class 10. My parents were very much worried about me. Myself also was too much worried about my result. Uh, I was thinking whether to give the exam once again because usually the candidates does not get pass marks once they get failed. So and my parents, they stopped outings my from my home, and they did not give me permission to go to my friend's place, and also my TV shows were also banned, so only my books were my friends, so I had to pass my fair times with my books, and I think it helped me a lot to prepare for my exam, and fortunately I got second division in that exam.
So Abhijit, you've just given me an answer about a stressful situation. There are two things that I would like to point out. Number one is, this answer is not at all related to the field that you're applying for. You're applying for a finance job, and yet this answer is a very general answer from your school life, which is a long way past. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take your actual answer and tell you how to improve it. And then I will tell you what better answer you could have given for this particular question. So, Abhijit, when you mentioned about your board exam, you have to remember that that is the exam which will catapult you into your career. Now, what's happened is, you're giving the message to your interviewer that I failed at the first test in my life. So it just won't ring a bell with the interviewer at all. So what I would suggest is, even if you use this as an example, you have to append something to it to show that there was a problem in your actual life which made you do so badly in your exam. Maybe you can talk about an illness. Maybe you can talk about a crisis in your family, like your father going through a difficult time because he lost his job or something during that point of time, or he faced an accident. So if you enter the answer from here, then the interviewer will at least judge you better. You know? So that's the first point I would like to mention. The second thing is, you have also talked about a lot of monitoring on your parents' part after you fail. This will give the message to your interviewer that this guy just doesn't have the motivation to carry things off on his own, or to take the right steps or the right decisions on his own. Ideally, you should have said that I ensured that I did not watch any TV at all. I also took care of the fact that nobody else had to worry about my studies. I planned my own studies and I executed my own studies without any help either from my parents or from the teachers at school. So these 2 points by themselves will give a better impression to the interviewer. And the final thing about this particular answer you've given is, even after having worked so hard, all you have to show for your results is a second division. Now, the interviewer wants to see that if you put in this effort, you have come out with flying colors. So, if you really did get a second division, don't stress it. You could say that the next time I appeared for my board exams, I did a lot better than my first time. Now let's come back to the actual job you applied for, which is finance. So, do you have any examples from your life which shows that you handled a stressful situation related to finances? Let's say, for example, I'll just give you a few clues. So if you have ever lived alone, away from your family, then you had to handle finances on your own.
That's right.
And there might have been a time when all your money was finished and there was no money coming from home. So was there any situation like that in your life?
Yeah, it happened during my college days when some amount of money was used to send from my home. So, but somehow I spent it with my friends, with party and all. So I had faced such situations in my college days. So that time, what I did is that I had to borrow some money from my friends, keeping one of my most expensive mobile with him, so that I can return him the money when he gives back the mobile. So that time I have to cut down my cost because I did not went to parties, I did not purchase any CDs. I did not go to hotels and restaurants with my friends to hang out. So that time I did a lot of sacrifice to cut down the cost, and that was the situation I faced.
Yeah, that's a lot better actually. So in this way, once you have got a question from your interviewer, you've got to understand what job am I applying for and custom make your answer to suit that particular job. So Interview to Go helps you do exactly that. When you interact with your trainer over the phone, you get these tips and a lot more tips, and best of all, you get to practice your answer as many times as is needed to make it perfect. So that's all from our side from today.